Hello, welcome to NURS508, Advanced Research Scholarly Inquiry for Advanced Nursing Practice. This week we'll be discussing how to perform a literature search. Much of this may be a review for some of you, but I don't want anyone spending more time trying to figure out how to access the evidence than they do reading and critiquing it. So I'm covering the process in some detail, thanks to our wonderful librarian, Terry Madden. Where to start? Start with the Albertsons Library homepage. If you don't know how to find that, then we're in serious trouble. Use the Search Albertsons Library WorldCat local search box to search for books, which typically is not what you're going to be after. Typically, we'll be looking for the articles, so what you'll look for there is the link, the articles and databases, and you can locate journal articles there. You can decide whether you want to search a database based on topic and how broad or subject area, if you want to go specific to nursing, or go health sciences. Usually I do more health sciences, but when you click the articles, the databases link takes you to the databases page, alphabetical list of over 300 databases you can use through the Albertsons Library. You have to sign on with your Bronco, same username and password that you use to sign on to Blackboard. And if you happen to be a local student, you can go to the actual library there and do that. One of the search engines that you use, some of you go to Google, and you'll get a list of web pages that way, but it may or may not be good information. So one tip, if you're going to use Google at all, try and limit yourself to Google Scholar, and at least that gives you a little bit higher level of articles to choose from. And once you found which database you're going to search, and you searched for your topic, then you have a list of results. Usually they're way too big or way too small, but we'll cover that in the next PowerPoint. Some of the databases have a lot of full text articles available, and some have very few. If an article is available full text in the database, you'll see a link that says PDF or HTML full text or linked full text, and if you click there, then you'll get to look at the whole article. And for PDF items, you'll obviously need an Adobe Reader on your computer in order to access it. And if there is no PDF, full text, or HTML link under the article that you're after, then that means it doesn't have full text in that database. But that doesn't mean you still can't access it. If you click on the Find It button under the article, then it searches and tells you if there's any electronic links to the journal, if Albertsons Library has any issues available of that article. If the library isn't able to access it for you, then you can get it through interlibrary loan services, and you can do that. The only issue is, as you see I have bolded here, it can take I would say a minimum of a week to get an article. So that's something that if you're wanting to utilize a specific article for your paper, you would need to be getting it much sooner rather than later. So just don't let that be a problem. I wouldn't count too much on interlibrary loan if you don't have to. And if you live in Boise and you can check out materials, just bring your student ID. And if not, most of you, or not most of you, but many of you are out of the area, then you'd have to take a look at how you can access particular materials. But like I said, that's going to be typically through interlibrary loan if it's not electronically available, and that is time consuming. So in summary, just start your search at the home page. The books ones are not so much applicable. Usually by the time a book's been published, it's not quite as recent as we'd like. So I'd, for your paper, for the most part, stick to articles and databases. And remember, you can use interlibrary loan if need be, but it's going to be time consuming. So unless there's something really key to your topic, I would try and avoid that as well. So let me know if you have questions. Thanks.